says we're good, but I'll wait for your 30 seconds. 29, 28.
10, 9, 8, 7.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Village of Royal Palm Beach Special Magistrate hearing for Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. According to Verizon, it's 5:30, so we can get started. My name's Doug McGibbon. Has everyone signed in? Good, because if you're signed in, they'll pull your file and we can get you out of here earlier. All right, the first thing we're going to do is swear everyone in. Everyone who's going to testify, raise your right hand, say I do and we're done. Does everyone swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Even the guy wandering around. Everyone's good. That's all right. You have a heat hat on. We love you. The team, maybe not so much, but the hat, yes. All right, so we have a short agenda tonight, which is good because I'm really not into this anyway. Most of our cases tonight are either going to be violation hearings or fine assessment hearings. When you hear your name being called, please come up to that podium over there. Tell us who you are and what your address is. The attorney will try to get some documents into evidence. The code enforcement officer will testify. You can ask them questions. You can put on your own testimony. You can put on your own witnesses. You can put on your own exhibits. When everything is said and done, I get to make a decision at the end. That all flips when we get to the fine mitigation hearings. We have two at the end of the agenda. Those people have been through a fine assessment hearing and a violation hearing.
You don't need it.
They're asking for relief, so they're going first, and then the village will respond. Here's one other thing that I halfway remember half of the time. I have literally watched people fix things on my way home because I live here in Royal Palm Beach, and I watched some guys fixing a door on the way home. But it really wouldn't count unless you call the code inspector for an inspection. You want to get a certificate of conformity in your file which says the code inspector went by, looked at the property and said, it's fixed. We have a couple of cases that probably were never called in on our fine mitigation cases. And because those cases are from 2019 and 2021, they'll be nice and big fines. You don't want that. You want to fix it, get credit for it, stop your fines. All right, I think I've hit all the headline or the highlights, so please take it away, Village of Royal Palm.
Thank you, Special Magistrate Amity Bernard, Village Attorney. We're starting on page 1, Fine Assessment Hearings, Case 25-0697, 100 Business Parkway, Royal Palm Capital Realty, LLC.
Margaret Hancock, Village Royal Palm Beach Code Enforcement Inspector. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
Who are you?
Eric Liebersfeld, Capital Realty member.
Christopher Lamb, Center Manager, or Building Manager.
That the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the previous order finding violation with the signed certified mail that the village got back. Page 2 of the order. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. Exhibit 3 is dated photograph.
Bless you.
And that's it. Any objection to these documents being entered?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, admitted without objection. So, yeah, my optometrist was here a couple of meetings ago. He striped his parking lot without a permit. You're not that far along, so. All right, we have a signed green card for service. What's wrong with the property, code inspector?
They still have to finish working on the parking lot. As you can see here, this area is still in disrepair, so they need to repair that. They have started doing some of it, and then they need to finish seal coating and striping it as well.
All right. Okay, so go ahead, tell me about yours.
We were due to finish it 2 weeks ago, but the cold snap canceled all plans to do that. They couldn't go out because it was just too cold to do the work. And unfortunately, it couldn't be scheduled before today. It's scheduled for
This weekend.
this weekend.
Okay, well, the good news is if it's done this weekend, call on Monday and have the code inspector go by and then they can stop the fines.
Tuesday, we're off Monday.
Oh, call them on Tuesday, because I keep forgetting about federal holidays.
But still call that way, as long as it's done, we can date it to when it's completed.
Okay.
100%.
So if you can call, leave her a message on Sunday saying it's
Yep.
done, and take a couple pictures. Be proud, you know? I mean, in the old days, you'd like take a picture in front of a newspaper. We don't have newspapers anymore, so you've got metadata.
Proof
It'll
of
tell
life.
us when and where. Let it be done. What is our fine we're looking at right now? It's like,
Your prior order required compliance by 2/6, so it's 5 days been out of compliance. 125 and continuing is the fine.
all right, so it'll be very small fine. 125 plus continuing, and it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, another $100 then probably, if you get it done on the weekend. All right, so I will sign an order granting your $125 plus continuing. You will get it done, and the second it is done, you'll call and leave them a message so they can call and stop the fines. Got it?
Of service, Special Magistrate?
Signed green card.
Sorry, I missed that.
I would normally tell you to come by and ask for a fine reduction, but their costs are probably going to be more than your $225 in fines, so that's a business decision for you then.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Moving to the top of page 2, 25-1021, 188 Park Road North, Brenda L. Campbell.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification owner. Exhibit 3, pictures.
Your name for the record, ma'am?
Nadia Campbell,
Thank you. And your relation?
daughter of Brenda Campbell.
Thank you. So the exhibits that the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the prior order finding violation and the signed certified mail that the village got back. Page 2 of that order. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. Exhibit 3 is dated photographs of the violation. And Exhibit 4 is an affidavit of compliance. Any objection to these documents being
No,
entered?
ma'am.
All right, admitted without objection.
Get to enter the affidavit of compliance.
All right, so we have a signed green card for service. We have an affidavit of compliance. Do we have a fine on this at all?
It's out of compliance for a total of 10 days. Your prior order required compliance by 129. It complied 210, so the fine is $250 and not continuing.
Continuing. All right. All right. Is this a homesteaded property?
I believe so.
Yeah, it is. All right, so you fixed it a few days too late. They're going to do a $250 fine. It's a homesteaded property, so nothing can happen to the property. They can't foreclose upon it. They can't do a thing. Someday, someone's going to sell it, and they'll collect $250 when that happens. So,
Okay.
thank you very much. You're a Campbell. I'm quarter Scot or half Scottish, and I'm also a Campbell. I don't know if we're related or not.
Might be.
Who knows?
So you're saying we're paying $250 when?
Whenever you feel like it, because you're a homesteaded property, you'll have an order against the property with a $250 fine, but they can't do a thing with it. It's just going to sit there. If you want to
Okay.
pay it, you can just come down to code enforcement and pay it after I sign the orders on Tuesday or Wednesday.
So, and if I'm not paying it today, how do I pay? Like, I don't know who am I mailing the check to?
You would mail the check to that woman there or that woman there at the Village, Palm Beach, code enforcement.
At this 1050? Okay.
But don't even think about doing it until after a few days pass, because I've got to sign orders.
You'll get a copy of the order in the mail.
Yeah, once you get a copy of the order, you can do something with it.
And can it be in payments?
Oh, what
It
you
has to
need
be
to
in full?
do is just, like I said, there's nothing they can do to you. So if you have $5 you want to put aside in a drawer until you get to the 250, get it up there, get it to 250, give it to them, and they'll satisfy it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And service via signed green card.
Thank you. Going to violation hearings, page 3, case 25-0723, 228 Sandpiper Avenue, Rodney S. and Sharon E. Cubber.
Code sections 15132 and 1540. A tree has fallen into the canal. I observed this violation on 12/18/25, sent out notice of violation with notice of hearing. On 12/18/25, it was signed for on 12/20/25. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
Names for the record?
Sharon Rodney Cooper, Kubber.
And your name, sir?
Rodney.
Thank you. These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter. This is a notice of violation, the notice of hearing for tonight's hearing, the signed certified mail that came back to the village. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. Exhibit 3, dated photographs of the violations, which are also on
Now,
the
let
screen.
me ask you something. We moved in this house in '99.
So we can get to that explanations, and the code officer can explain to you what you're looking at in here. Once the magistrate has it, it'll be more helpful if he has the documents when we have that discussion. So, second photograph, and then you can ask whatever questions you want, and that one's from 210. Any objection to the documents being entered? Okay, and then you can explain what you were going to explain to me when he's got the photos to look at.
All right.
Okay, admitted without objection, service
Well,
via
no,
signed
that,
green
They
card.
told us that we didn't own the canal.
The
bank,
healthiest
so
looking
why
fallen
should
tree I've
we
seen
be
ever.
responsible for the tree?
It's green,
It is very green.
very green. Okay, so tell me about the case other than it's just a fallen over tree in a canal.
This is the back of their home. It was on the canal bank. It's now fallen into the waterway, so it does need to be removed. It is a hazard to the waterway.
Got it. All right, so they're saying you have a canal infested by one of your trees. You need to either remove it or, that's the healthiest looking fallen over tree I've seen.
It's been there for 2 years.
You kind of need to prop it up. If you can prop it up and get it out of the actual water, they should be okay, as long as it's not impeding navigation.
Yeah, I mean, and they would have to make sure the roots are buried and stuff on the bank,
Yeah, well,
embankment.
whatever the choice is remove it or prop it up.
Or get it, either way, it's got to come out of the
Either way,
water.
it's got to come out of the water.
We were told, we wanted to apply for a permit
Yeah,
for a boat,
A dock.
a docking permit years ago. And we were told that this was South Florida Water Management property or waterway.
canalway.
Canalway.
The canal bank.
I mean, so as far as we were concerned, this isn't, our waterway.
They were saying, they were telling us that the canal bank there, we didn't own that property. We only owned it to the fence.
Right.
Okay, I'll let council deal with that one.
So the village ordinance says that it is our right-of-way. I don't know who told you it was South Florida Water Management's right-of-way and that
It
you
was
couldn't
years
put a
ago.
dock there, because you can. You can't go so far out into the water, and you have to meet the setbacks, and there's a way to go about doing it, but you can do it.
Okay.
Our code requires the adjacent property owner, the upland property owner, to maintain the canal bank down to the edge of water.
Okay.
And that's any trees that you have on it, so forth and so on. So the village, many, many years ago, went through and did like an eradication program
Remember that, yeah.
of all those trees and different
Yeah, all the pine
things.
trees and stuff
Yeah.
that were
All the
along
Australian
canal bank.
pines and
Yeah.
everything else. And so they've taken out things, and people have let things grow back, and different things have, evolved over the years on that canal bank, but it's up to you to maintain it. That's why you never see us back there mowing it. You actually mow down to the water's edge, or your landscaper does.
Yeah, it's kind of
So-
like us. We don't own our swales out there, but we have to mow them.
So we are responsible for taking the tree down.
Yeah, you are responsible, or pulling it back up. It all depends. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
I
think
mean,
it.
I have a Jeep. This seems like an entertainment to me, I mean, my big deal is I got to replace a 4x4 on my fence. I'm really excited to put it in four-wheel drive.
How long can you give us to remove it before we start receiving?
What's their timing?
We were going to ask for compliance by March 26th or appearance at the April 8th fine hearing, or $25 a day. So that's a month and a half.
226,
You
3/8,
get something in writing for that?
You get an order after the hearing, yes, ma'am.
3/1.
At 3/26.
6, sir.
326, okay,
26, 48,
48.
25, yes, sir.
And then after I remove it, what do I just call here? And
Code
Call Ms.
enforcement officer.
Hancock, she will come by and look at your proud work. I mean, you probably take it out in sections.
yeah,
It's,
Thank you.
yeah. It'd be a nice time to know someone with a four-wheel drive. Oh, then, you need to borrow a chain, come see me. I got like 75 feet of it.
And
But
with
yeah,
this,
you'd probably take it out in sections and just
if
try
you're,
not
if
to
you
get
are,
yarn up while you're doing it.
if you are removing the tree, you will need to remove the stump as well.
I think this stump is almost,
it's gonna leave a big hole in the ground.
Or you can just make it,
No, it's gonna leave a
Flush.
big hole in the ground. It won't be flush. I'm gonna have to bring in some dirt.
sticking up. And it doesn't seem like, you're going to have a lot of stump grinding. Most of that stump appears to be standing up in the air anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a healthy tree. I mean, for being there for 2 years, because it fell down during the last hurricane we had.
That's a bad word. All right, so $25?
Yes, $25.
Okay. All right, remove it by 326 or come back on 48 and face a $25 a day fine. You'll be fine. You'll take care of it.
That'll come in the mail, right?
Yeah, you'll get an order signed by me. I usually sign them on Mondays, but they've told me Monday's a holiday, so it's going to be a Tuesday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
25-1101, 129 Sparrow Drive, Shabbat Jewish Center of RPB, Inc.
code sections 2.75, 622, 108.4, 2349, A14, and B15. Paint color change without AAR approval, 22.5 as well. Work without a permit and parking lot in disrepair. I observed this violation on 11/12/25. So now notice of violation, notice of hearing on 11/14/25. An owner representative signed for the notice of violation and notice of hearing on 12/5/25. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
All right, tell us who you are.
Yeah,
Your name, sir?
trucks.
Your position with Shabbat Jewish Center of Royal Palm Beach, President?
You
Your name, sir?
Dr. Tinker, I'm the general contractor that's going to be working with him to fix these issues.
Okay.
Can you guys spell your names, please?
Yeah. NACHMEN,
Bless you.
Z, and last name is SCHTROKS.
And your name, sir? Spelled?
Rudolph Tinker.
Thank you.
RUDOLPHTINKER.
Thank you.
We got that with the reindeer. Tinker.
These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the notice of violation, the notice of hearing for tonight's hearing, and the certified mail that came back. Return to sender. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. And Exhibit 3 is dated photographs of the violation.
Excuse me.
These exhibits, we want to go through and just kind of clear and give a better understanding on what is
We'll
the
get
issue
there.
here.
Yep, sure, we'll get there. And they're on the screen as well, so we'll scroll through them. Exhibit 4 is the village's permit information. Any objection to these documents being entered?
The only objection I have, I mean, I know you're going to enter them, but just, we need to be clear on what the violations are.
So I can have the
especially
code
in the
officer,
photos. Okay.
yeah, she'll explain. And it also stated it in the notice of violation. There was description of the violations in there, but I'll have her explain them.
I won't say. These are the dates that she took the photo?
Yes,
Okay.
they're different dates on the photographs, but yes. So no.
All right, do we have an objection or not?
If she's going to explain them, then I don't have any objections.
All right, admitted without objection. Let the code officer explain what's going on. Tell us about it.
They had a representative come into the office and they signed the notice.
Did you say that when you? Okay.
All right, so you have actual notice. You had someone come by and sign, or you went and saw them and signed it?
Yeah, they came into the office.
And they signed the notice of violation, is that?
Yes.
So,
He didn't tell me, but that's most probably what happened.
So can you walk through
What's
those
wrong with the
pictures?
property now?
In this photo here, they did stucco work on this top part of the, this whole part of this wall. They repainted the building, used to be a brown in color. Now it is all gray. They did not get approval for that. As you can see here, the parking lot is in disrepair, as well as in these areas here on both sides. And up here is just covered in dirt and debris. And so they need a permit for the stucco work, they need AAR approval, and they need a permit to repair the parking lot through engineering.
All right, tell them what AAR means.
AAR is the Aesthetic Review Committee that allows you to change the paint color in the village on commercial properties.
Okay, so when they came in to build the building, they had a certain color scheme that they represented to the council,
That's
et cetera,
correct.
and that was what their approval was based on. And that was through, what is it, the Architectural
Architectural and Aesthetic Review.
Architectural and Aesthetic Review Board, AAR. So then y'all went and changed the color without changing the color at the board hearing.
It looks like you're having a hard time keeping a straight face on this, as I'm kind of blown
Oh,
away.
I'm not
I'm
having a
blown
hard-
away by the fact that,
No, I don't have a problem with this
and
at
I'm
all.
just
I've
saying,
been
I mean,
doing this for
we're
like
talking about a color of a building, and then,
16 years. I do this for like 8 municipalities. I don't find it funny. I just find it
I'm blown away.
that
I'm blown
people
away.
don't like to change, that people like to change things without going through the right steps. So that's what you've done.
Okay.
You changed the colors without getting approval.
Okay, not what we have done. I didn't do anything.
Well, what
Okay.
someone has done.
All right, so the other question is the parking lot. You said the parking lot in disrepair. I mean, what, we're talking about filling in the potholes? When you say disrepair, that's a huge word. So what are we trying to repair here? Just the potholes?
You
The
have
entire park?
potholes, as you can see in that photograph right here. You have all these potholes.
Okay,
In this area here, it is covered in dirt. Your striping is missing.
okay, let's go back to the
As
dirt.
well as on this spot and this spot as well, you cannot see the striping. So you need to get an engineer permit to restripe the areas that need to be restriped and repair any and all potholes throughout the entire parking lot.
Okay, you mentioned dirt. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of oak trees, and it's going to fall in the parking lot. So every time it falls in the parking lot, are you going to come by and give them a ticket? Because, I mean, I'm just...
Maybe.
To me, that's becoming extremely petty.
So is there a
Understand.
problem in this picture right now? Is there a problem
Now, go
right
back
now?
to the photo she put where she said it's very dirty, because, I mean, it's under...
Looking at the photo right now that's on the screen. Is it
Not the one
dirty
you're talking
right
about?
now, sir? Is it dirty right now?
But tell me, I don't know what she's pointing out into this one here.
I can see that there is
Right there.
dirt and there's striping that is missing on that one. If you look at the other one, it is covered with dirt as well.
The striping's right there, so we need to
It's
make it more white.
missing down near the wheel stop. Do you see imaginary striping, or am I going blind?
You put your cursor over there, the striping starts from there, but
No,
that
it
looks like
stops
it's...
right there. There's striping that's missing, or it's been covered by dirt.
Okay.
Okay?
You'll need to repair this wheel stop also that's pushed inward.
So,
Do you, so we know what to do. Do you have this in black and white on how our parking lot must be? Because I just find this is just totally nitpicking at everything in this parking lot. Do you have something in black and white that says exactly what you're supposed to do? So when we do it, we don't have the officer back in the parking lot looking for things to cite the owner again.
You can look at
This
the,
is just beyond amazing.
you can look at the code section that's cited on the violation. That explains everything.
It explains everything on how the parking lot's supposed to be.
Well, you can look at the approved site plan for the parking lot as well. That shows the approved striping for the parking lot, the approved wheel stops. All the prior approvals show how the parking lot should be constructed. And then you can look at the village code, which says that it must be maintained and it cannot be in disrepair. So all of those things are accessible to you. Just so you're clear, the code officer may not have photographs of every pothole that she's shown tonight. So if there are other potholes that have not been shown in the photographs, you still need to repair those as well. Do you understand that, sir?
That's why we're going to do a walkthrough. I asked her to do a walkthrough so we we're on the same page with this. Because I just look at the history of all the citations, which I asked the code officer before. I mean, I asked her, are you just constantly coming to the building and finding problems and keep continuously citing the owner? Because it becomes, at one point, it just becomes harassment if you just keep citing.
This gets cited. So
But you see-
if
okay,
it's been cited 8 times for different things, then there were 8 times that it was in violation.
I've been here since 2009. I have seen most of your violations on this property.
They just keep stacking up, so we just
They
want to
are
go
not
through.
just staff as problems. That property is right next door to Village Hall. It is highly visible. I drive by it every day. I
Right.
can see the problems. There are problems with the building color and paint for years.
And,
There have been
and
problems with the parking lot for years.
So you see it while you're driving?
You do.
You see the parking lot as you're driving?
I have a Jeep that's fully open and I drive through it and I can see it. I've lived in the village since 1993 and I've seen this structure.
I just wanna make
I've worked here for the village as special magistrate since 2009. I've seen the structure. This is not one of the better maintained structures in town.
Okay, all right.
Okay, this is a problem that is occasionally before me, it gets fixed, and then another problem appears and it comes back before me. If you
we're
want to
gonna- we're
fix
gonna-
them all and keep them all fixed, you won't be in front of me. Let it go to
I
this
just want to
point,
make sure we're not
and
singling
you're
the
going
guy
to change
out.
the color of the building because the prior paint job was bad, that's fine, but if you would have painted it the right color, you wouldn't have a problem.
Okay.
People
All right.
painted it a different color, they have a problem.
and you have to get permits for work that you do. So when you repair structures, you have to get building permits. So that's what necessitated some of these violations, is the work that was done by that gentleman or whoever operates the building. It's not the code officer going by and looking, it's by the activity that you all did to the property that we saw. So if you get permits before you do the work, you won't have code violations for unpermitted work.
Okay, all right.
And I don't think the building was cited for the color either. It's just when you changed the color, it became obvious that it was changed.
All right, so let's see if we could buy some time. I've just started to work with him to see if we could fix these. Want to fix all these issues and
Well,
hopefully
you're going to fix all the issues.
he doesn't
but
become
the
an
question
eyesore,
of-
so when you guys drive by, you just don't decide to send him a ticket. So we're going to try to fix these things. Because, I mean, when I drive by, I don't look in nobody's parking lot to see how bad it is. I'm just curious that we just driving
Oh,
by,
I'm-
looking into
that
the
is
parking lot.
professionally-
You got a professional
That's
parking lot eyes.
professional ignorance, then. If you want to drive by and ignore everything, that's fine. I don't get
All
to.
right.
I live here, I get to decide things. I see everything. I go to Costco to get gas and drive by here.
So you're
I
part
go
of the
to the
citation
gym
also?
and drive by here.
Sir, the code enforcement officer initiates,
He's saying he drives by, he has authority to make decisions, so I'm just curious.
I have the authority to make decisions on things that are brought before me by a code enforcement officer who has cited a problem and has given you notice.
Okay, thank you.
Now, you want to have more time? You're not acting like it.
No,
You're
I'm
acting
just
like
being-
we are the problem instead
No,
of you being the problem. You are the problem for painting it the wrong color and letting your parking lot get out of hand. He's shaking his head, you're not.
I'm just want to be
You're the one
very,
who's being,
no, I just want
you're
to
the
be
one who's
very
being,
clear because it just,
I just want to get the right term here.
it just blows my mind, some of the
Once again, you're
the
at
things that
the-
we're cited for here.
Okay, fine,
That's all.
that's fine. What time does the village want to give them?
we're asking for compliance by March 26th or appearance at the April 8th fine hearing, or $25 a day fine.
326, 4825 is granted.
Thank you.
So she's asking for compliance by March 26.
Yep, that means you have to
the-
get through AAR and get your
The
permits
AAR.
and fix it.
They told me it takes 3 weeks. Every time you submit a document, they take 3 weeks to respond. So March 21st is not going to be feasible for this. We're going to have to push it out.
This was cited in November. Have you applied? You've had 2 months to apply. Have you made application?
He sent something, but I guess the last guy he was working with,
We did start, and it just takes time till we figure out how to do all these things online.
and I spoke with them. They told me we're going to miss the one for this month, so the next one's going to be sometime in March, and it's going to take 3 weeks for them to get back. So that'll push it all the way until April. So they're not going to have enough time to make the 26th, the paint ruling. So that's why we're asking for time beyond the 26th. Because
I've already
the city
ruled.
will not give us, they will not respond in enough time at the paint decision. All right? So you've ruled not extending the time, even though the city cannot give us an answer before the March 26th?
Next case, please.
All right, thank you.
25-1142, 127J Court, Clifford, Chippy, and K. Harrison.
Code sections 14.4A, 1557, 06190, AD. Disabled vehicle, high grass and weeds around the trees and structure. I observed this violation on 12/16/25, sent out notice of violation, notice of hearing on 12/17/25, and posted it to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
All right, so your name?
Clifford Chippy.
Thank you, sir.
These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the affidavit of service for the notice of violation and notice of hearing. The notice of violation is the next page. Notice of hearing for tonight's hearing, and then this is the certified mail that came back undeliverable. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership, showing who owns the property, and Exhibit 3 is dated photographs of the violations.
Can I see this one?
Sir.
What's the violation on this one?
So I'll have the code officer, he's asking on the 126 photograph, Ms. Hancock, what the violation is shown there.
You can see the high grass and weeds around the trees, and the van has flat tires, both front and back.
I can see the flat tires, but what's the high grass? There's no high grass. I can't see high grass here.
Around the trees.
Grass around the trees. There's
Around the
also
trees.
high grass around the corner by the fence.
Back by the garage.
Well, weed eater. All you need is weed eater.
And again, yesterday, it was still here around the
that grass
trees.
is burned with spray that they use to spray the grass, to kill the grass. If you look at it, that grass is sprayed.
We'll get there on the screen there. Do you have any objection to these documents being entered into the record?
No objection. I'm just trying to understand the high grass right here.
Action. This is supposed to be a short, easy agenda. It's not.
With the vehicle, these are my work trucks. And the last time I spoke to Miss Margaret is I told her I travel 2 to 3 months at a time. And I let her know I will be traveling out. I will be spending 3 months and the vehicle won't be moved until I get back. And she agreed with that. But while I was
And
away,
you haven't?
ma'am, don't
Okay.
shake your head, man. We spoke together. We spoke.
I would never allow you to leave a vehicle not to move for 3 months. It has to move every 30 days, and it cannot have flat tires.
All right, so you don't get to get an excuse that I work somewhere else.
it's
All
not
you
an
need to do
excuse.
to fix this is the van running?
Yes, sir. But I leave here.
I'm asking questions. Is the van running? You said yes.
Yes,
Is
it's
it
a
tagged?
running vehicle, yeah.
Does it have insurance? If you
The-
fix the tires, you're fine. All you have to do is get a compressor and
Yes, sir. But what I'm saying,
fix the tires.
what I'm saying is that I wasn't here for 3 months. How could I fix the tire if I'm not here?
It doesn't matter whether you're here or not. If you're not here all year, does that give you an excuse not to fix it ever? You're not here for 3 months, you can get someone to fix it for you. Simple.
Or you could
All
park
you
it
have
in
to
the
do is put
garage.
some air in the tires and get a weed eater and go weed eat around your fence and your trees. These are simple
Yes.
things.
Yeah,
Now, you have not been cited up until now. You are here now. You can
Yes.
fix it now.
It's, well, I try to, since I've been back since a week ago, and I'm trying to get to her so she could.
It's 2:10. This is yesterday. It's
Pardon me?
still a problem.
Pardon me?
The picture I'm looking at is from yesterday. All you had to do is, how long have you been back in town?
I've been back since last Monday.
Put air in some tires and get a weed eater and fix it and then call her. What's the big deal? They didn't cite you while you were gone. You are here now. Fix it. It's the easiest thing in the world. You just have to put some air in the tires.
Yes, sir.
I don't understand the difficulty. I mean, at most, you would have to jack up the vehicle, take the tires off, and go to a gas station. At least you could get a compressor or a pump to pump them up. I don't understand the problem.
If you look at the picture, you see the door is open on the truck.
It doesn't matter.
Sir, can I finish what I'm saying here? Okay. If you look at the city door is open, simply said, I'm ready to fix the tire. I get the door open, I'm working on the truck right there. I tried to call her a couple of times to see what's the problem with around the trees. My son sprayed the grass around the trees. He said, bushes around the trees. No, there was a dead grass around the trees. So what the problem is, what you say I should get a weed whacker and whack the dead grass?
If you have 18 inches of dead grass in town, it is a problem. If you have...
It's not 18 inches.
What's the village limit?
18
12.
inches.
If you have anything over 12 inches,
And it's
dead
not
or
12
alive,
And it's not 12 inches.
it's 12 inches. The stuff by the fence is easily 12 inches. Easily. I don't understand why we have all the problems here. It's just a weed-eating thing.
Sir, it's no problem. I'm just trying to
All you have to do is
understand.
take down the dead grass that you're trying to kill anyway, and then put some air in some tires. It's not like the guy who's got a broken car that doesn't run, that is not insured, that he has to deal with. Yours is easy. Why is it a problem?
It's not a problem, sir.
Okay, it's not a problem because
But
it's
what
going to
I'm
be
saying-
fixed. You're going to fix it, and how long are you giving him?
Okay, sir, I got the tire pumps and what the grass. That's all right.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. And I don't understand, why you're going, I've gone for 3 months. They didn't do anything to you while you were gone. You're here now. What's the problem? I
There's
can't
no
do it when
problem,
I'm
sir.
back.
What I'm saying is I tried to call her a couple of times to meet with her, and it did not work. That's why I'm here. If I had meet with her, then I wouldn't be here.
If you would call her, they call you back.
Mr. Chippy, I did return your phone calls. You don't have a voicemail, and you did not answer your phone.
Oh.
So I was not able to leave a message. And yesterday, when I was here taking this photo and seeing you standing there, I kept yelling for you, Mr. Chippy, Mr. Chippy. The dogs next door were barking, and you did not respond.
I did not hear her. I'm sorry about that.
We're asking for compliance by 326 or appearance at the 4/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
226, 48, 25 is granted.
648.
326. You've got months to do this.
Please?
You want me to explain, sir? You have till March 26th to get the items complied and call Ms. Hancock to get an inspection.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
And you'll get an order that reflects that in the mail.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next case is the next one down, 25-1151, 3702 Shoma Drive, 3702 Shoma LLC.
Code Section 622-108.4, paver driveway extension installed without a permit. I observed this violation on 12/30/26, sent out notice violation notice of hearing on 12/30/26, and posted it to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, picture. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Your name, sir?
Alp Kagorn.
What was your last name?
It's COKGOREN.
And what's your relation to the LLC?
The owner. I knew if I would have said it again, you weren't going to be able to spell it.
No, I totally butchered that one. Thank you. That's why I ask people, because otherwise you'll get something totally different than your last name. These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the affidavit of service.
I'm fine with you.
You're good?
Entering whatever you need to enter into.
You've seen the photos?
Yeah, I mean, I see it now, so it's fine,
very good.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Admitted without objection, service fee of posting. What's the problem here?
These new pavers installed without a permit.
I just need time to.
Get a permit.
Yeah, just get a permit. I can see that the neighborhood is actually on the docket as well for various paver driveways. I had a hole in my driveway for months and months, and I mean a huge hole, and they weren't doing anything about it. So I just kind of took matters into my own hands and just did it. I have 3 very small kids, and the last straw was my middle son almost breaking his ankle in the driveway. So, and I have an 85-year-old gentleman, my father-in-law, who lives with us. So I'm not going to take that chance. So I took matters in my own hands. I did it. I didn't know I needed a permit for it, so I just need some time to go obtain a permit, if that's okay.
The same dates, which should be plenty of time. Compliance by 3/26 or the 4/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Okay. And where, is it from, like, Palm Beach County I need to get a permit? Is it
No,
from?
you get a permit from
here?
Royal Palm Beach.
Okay,
and
so-
they're online. So look up Village of Royal Palm Beach and
Okay.
look up permitting, and you
Is the ownership of the property is 3702 Shoma LLC,
Yes.
so you can't do owner-builder.
Okay, that's fine.
that means you're going to have to get a contractor to
That's
submit.
okay.
So as long as you know a GC,
Yeah, that's fine. I can have a contractor submit it, so we can go through that. And I don't know if this is an issue or if it's going to be an issue later on. I'd like to just address it now. That way I can take care of it with the permit. I know that the pavers are a different color. Like I said, I just took matters in my own hands and did it, rather quickly. Those pavers are a different color. I don't know if you know, but the entire neighborhood is being seal coated. So I was gonna, color match and paint the entire driveway, seal coat the entire driveway the correct color of the other driveways. But I had to wait because they already messed it up. You can even see some streaks along there to where the seal coaters, drove up inside the driveway and there's the seal coating in the driveway. They're also painting all the buildings, so I'm kind of just waiting for that to be able to to color coat the entire driveway the same color. That way it's matching. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not, or if it is an issue now, that it's a different color.
It may be when it goes through zoning, they'll let you know if they're probably a color scheme already
Yeah.
for that.
And that's fine. Like I said, I'm going to match it to the rest of the driveway, the same as the other driveways are. That like terracotta color that's there already. So that's going to be addressed as well. It's just, like I said, it's just a matter of
okay, we'll just,
finish. My building is usually the last one to get something done. So
yeah, you need to apply though ASAP.
I will. No problem.
There and you come up with a decent excuse as to why you've got your permit, but you can't do it, that sounds a lot better to me than,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to finish this and that before I
Sure.
apply for the permit.
No problem.
And that way you.
No, I'll apply for the permit either way. I just wanted to know if that's going to be an issue now
No,
or.
and that way
if
you can deal with that question about the color of the material with them
Okay.
at the village. Say, as part of this permit, I am going to color
Okay.
the pavers and then seal them. And
Make
see if
sure,
that-
because the permit application is online, make sure whatever email address you use to put your permit in, monitor that email, because the village will correspond with you via email. So what happens sometimes is you get permit comments, and then people don't check their email, so they don't see them sitting there. So make sure you're aware of that and looking at that.
Okay, so I'll go on to the village website and apply for the permit. I'll have the GC do that.
Yep,
Okay.
perfect.
As you said, till 3/26?
3/26 or appear at the 4/8 hearing and face a $25 day fine.
Okay, thank
An
you.
order that has those dates in it.
I'll get an order to my email or?
Get an order in the mail.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Yep.
that's my dad's email. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's page 4, status/fine assessment hearings, case 25-0656, 1250 Palm Beach Trace Drive, Palm Beach Trace Condo Association, Inc.
Evening, Special Magistrate. My name is Andrew Amianti. I'm a co-inspector with the Village of Royal Palm Beach. I'd like to submit the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the order granting continuance and setting a status fine assessment hearing with an affidavit of service. Exhibit 2 is verification ownership. Exhibit 3 are the pictures. Exhibit 4 is the engineering permit information, and Exhibit 5 is the AS400 permit information.
Where's your paperwork? Thank you. What's your names, please, for the record?
Jackie Drake, or Jacqueline Drake.
And the other lady?
Maria Russo.
These are the exhibits that the village would, so I won't butcher your names. These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the affidavit of service for the previous order. The previous order granting continuance from last hearing. Page 2 of that. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. And Exhibit 3, photographs, dated photographs of the violations. Exhibit 4 is, I think this is the engineering permit.
Oh,
Yeah, correspondence with the engineering department.
Can I see this one really quick? Has applied, okay.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And then Exhibit 5 is the village's printed out permit information. Any objection to these documents being entered?
wait, I'm sorry. I didn't read that fast. Can I read
This one,
Was this
this is
a question? This was a question. Asking, and that's the answer. Have they, right?
February 11, February 10.
Yeah, this was a question. Okay.
Yep.
So,
this was the answer.
that was the
Yes,
answer.
that
Okay,
was
go.
the answer,
Yes.
All right, so no objection to these being entered?
No objection.
All right, admitted without objection.
I know.
Because they just did the.
Right, so status/fine, I have you coming back here probably to tell me what's going on, because you probably have a lot of stuff to do here. Yeah, service via posting, by the way.
So the remaining issues, Special Magistrate, are the stairway and the sidewalk. You can see in these pictures here, the stairway, there's multiple stairways, but zeroed in on this one because it's pretty bad.
Amazing, you cannot get rebar not to rust in Florida, even if it's encased
It's
in
crazy.
concrete.
They do have a polymer rebar though that a company has made, so it's like anti-corrosive. Sorry, fun fact.
No,
But they
that's
do have it.
wonderful,
It's
because
fun.
this is a known South Florida
Oh,
issue.
yes.
I mean, you put all this rebar and stuff, and then it starts
It means
swelling
nothing.
and cracking and breaking. It's so good. All right, so we're down to a couple of things now, I
Yes,
hope.
sir. The parking lot striping, the stairway and the stairwells and disrepair multiple, and then the lifted sidewalk over here. And then the garbage dumpsters are not screened.
And for your agenda, Special Magistrate 15-142, you can strike that. The stain side, no, I don't think, yeah, the bare spots near the pool, next line down. And then also strike stained sidewalk and stairs. There's no code section being removed. But that was not read into the record.
15-142, is that it?
Yep, bare spots near the pool.
If it's the bare spots near the pool,
And Special Magistrate, just so you know, this case was written on July 11th. They were here at the,
oh, but this is one, I think, where you took over because the last board was not quite as
Involved.
Yes.
these things, and they kind of were hiding them and not dealing with them, so I'm giving the new board some time to catch up without getting killed by fines at the same time.
yeah,
That's so sorry.
that's okay. I just want you to have the date, Special Magistrate. The first hearing was in September, and then they were back. These ladies were here in November, and we're 3 months past that, and you see the photographs of the stairs. That's a life safety issue. So,
The stairs, the underside of the stairs is not a life safety issue unless you're trying to lay down under the stairs and having concrete fall on you. Those stairs are not coming down.
well, my point, sir, is that this has been going on for a long, long time. So we are asking you to start a fine running tonight.
I know, and they want to fine, and you guys want to have more time to fix things, and you're going
We'd
to
love
tell.
to explain a little of the
Yeah.
process, because we do
Tell me why.
acknowledge and understand that.
So with the documents that I'll be submitting in for evidence, they are tabbed based off of the different things. So the stairwells, we have actually hired an engineering company because it is much bigger than just the stucco that it originally was. So we have engineering, actually, I'll let you explain.
Okay,
the
yes. I work for a private engineering firm. We're not the ones doing this, but that's why she's having me talk about it. That's so, just so you know. Okay, so we hired an engineering forensics team, our firm. Oh, I'm sorry. I talk loud, so I usually don't. Oh, absolutely. Sorry. Okay. So yes, we hired Epic Engineering. They're a forensic engineering firm. And so they actually completed their investigation for what I saw in emails on Monday, the 9th. So we've already gone through and signed the proposal with them. We went through a proposal review, making sure that they have their investigation in there. When they're doing the repairs, they're going to be like weather coded, all the things so that, because they weren't before, which is why the rebar looks like it does now. And so we have these issues addressed in the proposal. The only thing that might not be seen as the construction phase, just because we didn't want to write them a blank check of like, yeah, fix whatever and do however you want to do it. We are in contract for everything for them to get their plans together to 100% plans, and I do believe, are they doing permitting or are we doing permitting? And they will also be doing permitting, and I'm sorry, we went back and forth on that for a second, so sorry. But yes, they're also going to be acquiring the proper permits. And we've also given them, was it $5,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also, part of what she's submitting is the invoice for the $5,000. We've already paid them to have this process be started. It's just, as you guys know, I'm sure with engineering, things kind of take sometimes. So, but after this investigation, they will be putting together their plans.
And that's why the rebar is, hold on.
sorry.
That's why the rebar is exposed, is because they were just there exposing it to be able to see how far the damage is, to do a proper repair and not just make it look pretty like other board members have done. They want to make sure the integrity.
Don't want it just stuck over the rust?
That's not our goal.
So we actually were there on Monday chipping
it back,
away to see how much damage there was, so it's done properly.
And also to contribute towards the phasing of the project, of which buildings are worse, where we need to start, what's the biggest issue, and stuff like that. Obviously, we're going to repair all of the stairs.
Every single stairwell
but things
will
are going to be
repaired.
prioritized as repairs typically are.
It's a
But
big
we've
project.
taken these things into account.
Yeah, all of these will go in, but I wanted to
We
kind
just
of
haven't
go one
gotten
at a time. So the sidewalk repairs,
Well, are we good with this stairs? Okay, sorry.
Okay, let's go on the sidewalk.
the sidewalk repairs, I have the invoice that has been approved and paid, and actually it was completed yesterday evening or started. I spoke to the individual who was doing our sidewalk repairs this morning, and also repairing our parking lot to prep it for the parking lot striping. And I have that right here where I've executed the contract and all the documentations via email between them. We actually got a new property manager less than a month ago. Again. So they were contacting the previous property manager, and thank goodness I was copied at least on some of the projects, so I kept the ball rolling on those. And now the new property manager is caught up, and he is on top of it. I love this new property manager. And then the dumpster gates, I signed that permit yesterday, and they just submitted it. So there was no permit yesterday because it wasn't, I
Done
just
yet.
signed it.
Yeah, they just sent it to us today.
So,
And yes, I don't, oh, wait, sorry. I'm not sure if you know the background of our property managers with this property management company. So we had our initial, I'll keep it short because I know it doesn't matter that much. We had an initial property manager who was in cahoots with the previous board. So they were all just kind of like working together, like causing this mess. And then he got removed from doing that. And then we got a new property manager, Ralston was his name. And then he chose to step away from the company. And now we have a new property manager, again, that he just came in January?
mid to end January.
Mid to end January. So trying to catch somebody back up and like, okay, like, please do this and like send us our financials, please. So that's also part of the
We've done all
struggle.
this in 4 months
Yeah.
as new board members, so.
Yes.
And I'm standing in between you and them. So we're trying to get everything done.
And I mentioned this prior, I was the one who actually did the reporting of all of these. And I was like, this is why I wanted to be on the board. I didn't want to be the one complaining. I wanted to fix these things.
So we're trying.
Wasn't GRS Management was your company, your management before? They've been your management company for many, many years.
Yes, ma'am.
We are interviewing new company and new lawyers. Yes, we are cleaning up.
No, I'm sorry, no objection to those documents. I guess what I don't see in that engineer's report is what is the timeline for completion? Because it's taken 4 months to get to a signed contract. Now we're talking about doing the work.
Well, they just completed their inspection on Monday. I can clarify. I don't know it off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. I can read the proposal.
I can send it to Andrew, wherever I need to call the village. Once it just, with the property manager changing, we couldn't have the board meeting to vote on it. And so it was just logistics that held it up. I was still getting quotes, and then it was trying to hold a board meeting without the property manager. So the Epic Forensics is on top of it, and they are giving us their full attention right now.
And once they complete their full investigation and just kind of analyze how they want to approach it, we can get that update from them and see what they believe the timeline to be now that they've actually seen it and gone through everything. We can follow up with them and get that to you guys.
But the trouble is, we were hoping to hear that tonight, because what I'm asking the magistrate is to start a fine, because we're, from July to now, we're 7 months in, and we understand there's been board turnover, but at the next hearing, there could be another property manager changeover and another,
Do another property manager changeover, but I'm going to let them get their permits and try to get this before they get into all sorts of fines, because, $5,000 already towards the engineer. They've got the dumpster enclosure guy going. I'm sure if I give them 2 months, I'll at least have a dumpster done.
Yes.
And I'll probably have the
paving
restriping and the sidewalks done. And then we have the stairwells, which may be bigger and longer. But hopefully by that time, I will get most of these things, or you will get most of these things accomplished, and then they won't get too mad at me for not finding you.
Everything should be completed except for the stairwell, and that's simply because they are deciding whether to do complete tear down, repair, or prefabricate. Like, we're doing a whole haul to make sure those stairs are safe.
on the rest of the items, like the dumpster enclosure, that's an easy thing, right? You have a signed contract now, so what?
The permit was just signed yesterday. So if you look at the emails back in January, they were like, it should be done. I'm like, they're not there.
Yeah, that was crazy. They said it was done. We're like, it's not done.
There's nothing
so
there.
it was a big miscommunication between, that was a property management issue.
It is in there for labeled dumpster gates.
But nonetheless, we plan to have it done as soon as possible, because now they have the permits, there's nothing stopping them.
Right, so they actually have a permit issued, or you signed for a permit?
Just signed it.
Paperwork yesterday.
Permit.
That's not a permit, that's the problem.
Just, you've signed whatever for
Contract.
them, but a contractor pulls the permit, you don't have to sign a permit application.
That's why we were using that.
Well, that's probably for them to pull the permit.
Oh, then.
You maybe gave them permission to do it, but that doesn't mean they've done it.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to,
Sign an application for a permit. So what I'm trying to tell you is they have not, whatever you signed might have given them permission, but it was not a permit application for the village.
Yeah, they don't
Okay.
have one in their system yet. They
I
haven't
will
done it.
We'll follow
contact
up
them,
on that.
tomorrow morning. I'll go over the property manager's head and call them personally.
Okay. All right, I want to give them another month at least to see what they're doing. See if we can get some of these done. I mean, if we can get this, if we can get the dumpster enclosure fixed, we can get the sidewalks leveled, things of that nature, then we at least see things are going on. I see things are going on. I mean, otherwise I would be fining you.
We understand.
So give me another month for a status fine.
So that'd be compliance by 3/9 or the 3/11 fine hearing, or $250 maintain that fine amount.
All right, so you'll be back here on the 11th
March.
of March, so
I'll be seeing Nikki. I will be out of
get it
town.
done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you have a finding of service, Special Magistrate, on this one?
Yeah, I said this one was via posting, I believe. Is this one 1250?
Yes.
Via posting.
Thank you, I just didn't hear you, thank you.
And these documents, do you want them, or do you want them just put it with their, attaching them to the file? Okay.
Next one down on the same page, 25-0525, 2300 Shoma Drive, Shoma at Royal Palm Condo Association, Inc.
All right, there's one guy with a heat head who got sworn in. I don't think your buddy did. Were you sworn? No, and you're the one I'm used to seeing anyway. You swear from the testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
He does.
Do you need my address too?
We know you're here for Shoma.
Okay.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order granted continuance and setting status/fine assessment hearing. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Please, and you said your name already?
Jerome, yeah. Jose Garcia?
Jose Garcia, thank you. These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into.
Are these new?
Yes, sir. They are for this hearing.
Okay.
So exhibit 1 is the prior order granting continuance from the last hearing that was sent to you certified mail, as well as the signed certified mail that looks like you signed for. 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. 3 are new photographs, dated photographs of the violations. Thinking about what's going on
Yeah.
here to there. All right, and this final exhibit 4 is the village's permit information. Any objection to these documents being entered?
No.
Thank you.
All right. All right, service via signed green card. And I've looked at a bunch of pictures. Tell me about progress, because it doesn't look like a lot in these photos.
Yeah, that's, from what I've seen, it's a different area, but we've had several other driveways in another side of the community that had severe paving, disrepair, lifting, separation, sinking. I have pictures here I didn't print out, but I can certainly show that maybe even one of those addresses is currently being worked on, will be completed for sure this week from those pictures. But in terms of what you see there, it's mainly a townhome section or phase of the community. There's 7 different phases in the community. When we have to do work for SHOMA, it requires different financial responsibilities and care to have some of these things done. So, we did a whole lot of work in that phase of the community, and we need financing for it. So we've had a special assessment meeting. We're still working on trying to get other, services completed, but, from the sidewalks standpoint alone, getting the amount of work that's now needed for that is close to $100,000. We had a list of 11 to 12 different things from the beginning of this in May. We basically cut down down to 4 different violations that are the most expensive that are in need of repair. And pavers and sidewalks have been addressed. What's left still is landscaping, which would still come. It's still going because we're working on trying to get the grass in order, irrigation under control, then go and attack, what's missing. And I met with Margaret after our hearing last and realized there's even another financial burden to the community for something like that to try to get it matching. So knowing that we're down to these last 4, it's going to be close to $1 million to have everything completely repaired to the idea and aspect that you're requesting, which is fine. We're getting it done, and we had gotten a lot done. But the next step really is to go through the process properly with the association and hold special assessment meetings so that we can finance these things. And it's, we've attempted that and actually didn't pass a vote. 2 board members were there and did not pass the vote. I don't vote, but the president, the secretary voted to approve for a special assessment to allow for some of the funding for this. Colton Evans and Jose Garcia, which is here right now, denied it. And we need to, still attempt to fund and raise this properly. There's community-wide issues like the sidewalks. That's going to be a community thing. Then there's phase concerns, which is most of those townhome pictures that you see. Then what I know it's being repaired, that's another phase. Villa's, they're going to get special assessed because of this, but we started the work just so that we show that we're doing progress. There's nothing else that we could do because we're going by the reserve study and the budget was wrong. And knowing what's needed to be repaired after the last meeting is quite an expense.
Okay.
I just said. So again, my name is Jose Garcia. So speaking to Margaret earlier today, it was advised that, there has been a substantial work done to the townhomes. And what's left is a lot of the villas and few townhomes, from what Margaret tells me, if they're still needed to be repaired. The issue with the sidewalks is we had the company come out, they did shavings, which I wasn't part of the work, so I don't know who decided to shave the sidewalks, and that would be enough. I'm assuming Margaret wouldn't have said that, because now we're being told it has to actually, when I spoke to Margaret, Margaret told me that the roots needed to be taken out, because you shave a sidewalk, the roots are gonna keep growing, your sidewalk's gonna keep popping up. But for some reason, we had a company come out and shave everywhere, basically, that Margaret had noted before, and it's not enough. So now we have to get the same company or another company, I mean, he's gonna have to test to that, to basically redo the
Sir,
work that was already.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you get closer to the microphone, please, sir? Thank you, so the recording picks you up.
Okay. So basically, we're gonna have to get that company to come out and redo the work and actually cut through the sidewalk, cut the roots and everything of that nature. The paint, I know it's on here still, as far as chipping and everything like that, I wanna say we're about 95% completed. I can tell you, not only am I on the board, but I live there. So we're about 95% complete with that. They're actually working on my building, my townhome building. We have 2 more after that, and 3 more after that will basically be complete. It's not for lack of not doing the work or trying, it's just that unfortunately, our vendors are moving slow, and unfortunately, we worked backwards when it comes to the sidewalks. As far as, funds, I know that that's nothing that is, for you to determine, right? I mean, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not talking about funds, we're here to talk about getting work done. Why is it getting work done? Is the effort being placed into getting that work done? I can tell you that funding is not stopping the project. You came out, I think the finding started, what, 2.6, was it? 2.6. We just had a meeting for.
There's been no fine, just so we're all clear. There's been no fine.
The curing, the date to cure it. We had a meeting on, what was it, 2/9, regarding an assessment. So it hasn't stopped the progress. The progress is being made. Assessments are not going to stop it. The main thing is that this is a not-for-profit, obviously, HOA. Anything that happens here, anything that happens with fines, is going to be passed on to the ownership, going to be passed on to them who have really no control on getting the work done. We can elect officials, we can have the officials hire a property manager and hope and pray that that's going to be done, that the property manager is going to do the right thing and get it done. So we're at the mercy of them and the mercy of you as well at this time. So we are doing the work. We would definitely need additional time to get it completed. And, just to address something that was just mentioned, there's been a lack of communication, a lack of transparency. So as a board member, we have not seen bids, we have not seen any invoices for the work being done. We're being told it's going to cost $243,000 to do driveways only for the townhomes, which is not the entire community. We haven't pulled any permits for driveways because we haven't had to do entire driveways. We're doing portions of driveways, right? Taking pavers out, cutting the roots, putting pavers back. Because of that, there's just not a lot of transparency there, and that's why, in my good conscience, I can't vote to not only pay an invoice that I've never seen, but at the same time, assess the owners of our community on something that we have never seen it. So we're asking for more time because we are trying to get it done. I can tell you there were pressure cleaning my house today to paint it today. I can tell you there were people out there doing pavers today. I can tell you that all the sidewalks are marked right now to get the replacement and not just to get shaved. And, from the beginning, I was here one of the first meetings, and we had other stuff like the trash dumpsters, those got completed. And there are a number of things that have been completed. When it comes to vegetation, and speaking to Margaret, I know she mentioned that there are some dead vegetation that has to be removed and a permit is needed for that, correct, Margaret? Is that what you mentioned? Now, have you noticed if any have been removed already, or you're saying there's some now that need to be removed?
There's some there now that need to be removed. There's also, if I can get back to the photograph, I'm not sure where it is. I'm sure a lot of it has already been removed because it's not there. As you can see here, this should all have plants. I gave Jerome a copy of the landscape plan. Here's a stump here in this area. There's no plants here. This is just a few examples. You can go out throughout, and it's everywhere. These, correct. This is dead. This is dead.
Now, if we're able to get a certified arborist to certify that the vegetation that was removed was dead and needed to be removed, can we bypass the permit process, or is that not allowed in Royal Palm?
No, because you still have some items that are still there that are dead.
I'm talking about just for the removal part.
What about?
No, as you can see here in this photo, these two are dead. They
You're
need
going to need a
removed.
removal permit to remove what's dead.
Regardless.
You're going to have to replace everything to the approved landscape plan.
What about, the areas that show nothing, that need to have something? Is there a permit needed for that?
Not to replant, no. Not to replace, no.
What's going to happen is you're an association, so you're going to apply for a vegetation removal permit, and you're going to show all the stumps and dead plants and different things like that that you're removing. Then you're going to restore it. The arborist, we have an arborist that's going to come out, and they're going to inspect the property as a whole. So it's going to have to be up to that landscape plan. And if he goes there and in this area it's supposed to have 34 little bushes and they're not there, he's going to fail you. So
Also,
It's inevitable.
able to ask for an amendment to it, because, I mean, this community has been around for a long time, but
so you have to be recorded.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, is there a possibility to have them re-review the community to see if we're able to not replace everything in its
You
entirety,
can
or is it?
apply for a landscape plan modification, but it has to go through the process. Your development was approved with certain trees and shrubs and everything else, and that was all done in the development review process. And anytime that you're changing anything in your development, you have to get approval for it.
Okay, so it's a possibility. So we either have to do that, go through review, see if not everything has to be replaced, or just replace it, whichever one.
Right, and typically, most people put in the minimum required landscape. They don't usually go above and beyond. So typically, you're not changing the count. You might be changing the species.
Okay.
So maybe the crotons didn't do good, and you're going to put in Ixoras,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Thing is that the code requires a minimum amount, so it may not be possible for you to walk in and say, I don't want any bushes in that area that's on the screen. There's probably already was the minimum landscaping required there to meet the
Okay.
landscape code
So
requirements.
basically, we just have to look at the landscape plan and make it right.
You either have to restore to the landscape plan or modify your landscape plan and then restore to whatever that modification is.
If it gets approved for the modification, obviously.
Right.
Correct.
I have emails starting that process with planning and zoning. But, now I just stay on record saying like the pavers and the sidewalks and the easy stuff didn't turn out to be so easy, really, is what it came down to. Because then the landscaping is one of, these last remaining issues. That's a whole nother area of steps we're not even close to getting resolved because of just the process involved with what's needed for full, complete repair of sidewalks, full, complete repair of driveways and pavers. And the staining, I wanted to add with structure staining. Maintenance, we do have maintenance every day working on a building, just cleaning it down. I have pictures of that too. May not get to that one building that you have there that's in yellow. I just know that our painters are in the middle of painting these buildings still, so that's going to be clean. But anything that's already cleaned or painted now, there's constant daily cleaning of these structures. I have pictures to show daily reports of something like that if needed.
This, you're going to hear me say the same thing. This is the fourth hearing.
I've let go.
This was cited in June of 2025. I know they've made progress, but even the simple things like the sidewalk tripping hazards are still in the photographs that are on the screen from yesterday.
That's
So
the problem, and now I've heard that you don't have an assessment even to do the rest of it. You're just trying to get an assessment to do it. And there comes a point where the time just has to stop. I mean, I could have found this property months ago. And I
And you-
didn't because I gave people an opportunity to be done, and we're not even done with painting.
You had a resident of this community testify at this hearing tonight about him taking driveway matters into his own hands because the association was not acting fast enough. So
And you had a guy in front of you who's like had to fix things because it was horrible.
If I don't mind me mentioning though, because I kind of know the rules. So he basically did what he's not supposed to because you're actually not allowed to extend your driveway.
Well, he
So
did what he had to because no one else would.
No, but he's not allowed to extend. So if basically the way you have to, because I would love to extend my driveway too, but you'd have to put it through to the review for the HOA, which would deny it because it's in the documents, they're not allowed to extend their driveways. And he would have never gotten to that point to begin with. So I just want to.
I don't think he extended. I think he just replaced holes and.
Oh, no,
Okay.
the pictures show exterior.
A matter
Yeah,
between you and
yeah.
him. That's not
Absolutely.
something between you and the village. And from what I heard from your testimony now, it's like, we'd love to do it, but we can't because we can't afford to.
I mean, from my understanding, that's not the case. From what I mentioned with, speaking to Margaret, the majority of what is remaining for the driveways is with the villas, which has its own separate funding for it. And that has not been discussed whether an assessment is needed, whether the funds are not there. So those are in the works. And then the few remaining for the townhomes should also be repaired as well. It's not that.
We are now going to have a date and a fine, right?
your prior order required compliance by 2/6, so we're asking you to start a fine at $375 and continuing at $75 per day. They can always come back once they're complied and request fine mitigation, but to keep this moving forward.
This is not moving forward, this is stopped. I'm not going to sit there and say, you've got 6 more months to do nothing until you get your financing and your permits and everything else in order. At one point in time, it just stops, and this is the point in time where it stops.
Plea for 1 more month at least for sidewalks.
We're past that point. I mean, sidewalks and the painting were something that could have been done, and it's not.
I mean, the painting is continued. It's never stopped.
I understand, but it's not done. Okay? I mean, I would love to have been able to take something off of the list, but I can't.
Yeah, no, I
Because
know,
it's
and that's
not
kind of the difficulty with this, and I've spoken with Margaret about it too, is when you have everything lumped up into one.
Yeah, well, that's why.
Comply with all violations, or all issues to clear the violation.
They should have broken up the ownership into different
Yeah.
sections too, but they didn't. The developer came in, sold a pretty plan, made it all pretty, sold it off to the residents, and the residents were supposed to maintain it, and they didn't. And that's where we are.
So
we have a fine starting at $75 starting on the 7th?
Yes, so it'd be $375 and continuing would be the fine amount.
Question.
That's 5 days.
There's work being done now.
And you should call Margaret when something is done, so at least she can put in her notes that painting was completed on February whatever, and the sidewalks were done by March whatever, so you can come in here and say, at least we should have those parts of those fines knocked down, because you'll have proof that you did it because you called her for the inspection. But while we're waiting around for y'all to figure out whether or not you're going to fund the rest of it, you're just going to be fine. It's sort of motivational. So, needs to be done. All right, $375 plus continuing is granted.
It's still 75 a day?
Still 75 a day. That's only whatever days times 75. So
5 days, yeah.
5 days. So, and if you get things done, you can come back for modification, but I cannot let it hang out forever.
Understood.
Okay.
Next one down on the same page, 25-0574, 9701 Belvedere Road 11 LLC.
Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order granting continuance and setting status / fine assessment hearing, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Now, I think I have new people in here. Who hasn't been sworn in? The guy in the back, those 2 over here. Have you been sworn in? You 2 over there? Did you take an oath? All right, let's do all the people who haven't. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say, I do. Okay, we've got it taken care of.
Your name, sir?
James Harrigan.
All right, these are the, I thought I had the wrong paperwork. These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the previous order granting continuance with the signed certified mail. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership showing who owns the property. They're gonna go everywhere. Exhibit 3 is dated photographs
Must have been in.
of the violations.
It went black after I hit that last picture.
Exhibit 4 is the village's permit information. Do you have any objection to these documents being entered?
No.
Thank you.
The objection, I think when last we were here, some other guy came by.
Yeah, one of my guys from our design
Yeah, I
department.
kind of remember them saying something about the material for the wall is no longer available, so you had to do something else.
Was slightly different, and also the columns had to be differently rated because of the hurricane codes and stuff.
So someone was going to go check and see whether or not that was going to be acceptable, or we were going to have to modify things. Am I kind of right on that one?
Well, we submitted all the drawings from the precast company, and everything was approved, and we got a permit.
Oh, well, see there, look, stuff happened. Yay. And you have a schedule of its replacement now?
Yeah, for 9701, the permit was issued on the 5th of February. And then we have that other one that's next on the list. The permit was issued at the 27th of January. So once the permit was issued, they started demo on the 9801 side and have just been working their way around.
I did see that you have removed all the hedge along the entire wall, and I do not see a vegetation removal permit that allowed you to do that. Did you include that anywhere in the permit? No. So you're going to have to apply for a vegetation removal permit for both properties.
Okay.
You have to replace all those hedge.
Yeah, that was the plan anyways. Okay.
Okay. No, I like this one because, yeah, there's a question of whether or not you could have a slight modification from the existing permitted ones because they don't make it anymore.
They're starting to put it up
Village
on
said,
98.
That makes sense, because they issued you a permit.
Yeah. I mean, they don't make those precast ones. I think those were originally done in like 2007, almost 20 years ago, so.
I love precast stuff. Yeah, it's like impervious to hurricanes.
It's definitely going to be more hardy, but it's not going to be, like the columns they're going to be like a couple inches wider.
Yeah, well, I don't
For
care.
code,
It's
so.
permitted. You've got it through, so that's all that counts. So you just have to build it, and you're building it.
We're starting. So demo is continuing. They started with the panels, then they had a crew going with the removal of the original columns, and now they've started digging for the new columns. They're kind of just following each other. And then once they're finished with that, the precast company is coming in to start setting the new columns, and then followed by the panel setting. So I'm estimating, and I'm being generous because they're actually moving very nicely right now, like the end of the first week of March, but it could be sooner.
Cool. And I know that you've done a bunch of other work that got you the karma credits to have me extend these things along for you because there were vegetative and other issues that you fixed along the way. So we're doing good.
Making progress.
We are making progress. Hopefully, let's put them up for 2 months on a status fine assessment order. That way we can see if you have walls going up. That should give you enough time to take parts down for the other guys to follow. And it's almost like it should be just tracking along.
I have like maybe it's 2 questions. So once my GC has the wall up completely, they're completely done with it, he's going to want to call for inspection. So my question is, should he from the building department side wait till it's like fully painted? Because I know he's in his brain is just going to be like, well, structure's up, you know? Okay.
It has to be painted. It's going to have to meet the AAR approval.
That's what I figured.
That was on it.
I wanted to make sure from you so I can tell him.
Nope, it's just like a house. Once you stucco a house and you call for final inspection, if it's not painted, you fail.
Gotcha, okay.
Yep.
And then once he does that too, we should simultaneously call for reinspection with you as well.
You have to make sure that all the debris is removed.
Okay.
You can,
Because that's you were cited for it being in disrepair and being crumbled
Yeah.
and broken all over the place.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I just want to make sure he's on the same page with everybody.
Okay.
It's $4,800, $50 a day fine.
4,800.
$50 is what your current order says.
All right, that's good. And we're going to do the same thing on the next case?
No, that's
A
being
different
pulled
one?
later. He only has this one.
Okay. So it's 9701, 9801. Got it.
Removed all the broken portions of the wall, which is what you were cited for on 9801, so that case is complied.
Oh, okay. Perfect, got it.
So you only have the one. You have now 3/26 is your finish date. At least we'll be able to see you at the 4/8 hearing to see how you have done.
All done.
We hope it's all done, painted, and inspected, but
Oh, I will make sure.
Make sure you get the vegetation removal permit.
Okay, yeah, I wrote that down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
okay.
All right, thanks,
Moving
guys.
now to fine mitigation hearings. Right?
4 groups and 2 hearings.
19-0289, 217 Ponce de Leon Street, Leotis and Dorothy Sanders.
Special Magistrate would like to submit the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2 is the order assessing fine. Exhibit 3 is verification ownership. And Exhibit 4 is the affidavit of compliance.
And the fine amount in this one, Special Magistrate, is $1,200.
Okay. Tell us who you are.
Good evening. Can you hear me? I'm tall. All right. My name is Brenda Sanders. Leotis Sanders, the name that's on the, thank you so much. The name that's here, that was my dad. He passed away in 2018. And just recently when I moved back, I am now on the deed for the property.
Okay,
And so I got approval from my mom to come and speak.
gotcha. All right, and the next question is, why should the fine be reduced?
Well, in 2018, as I mentioned, my dad transitioned. It was just him and my mom there. And I think what happened, my mother, you can hear me? I think my mother became very overwhelmed with the responsibilities because when my dad was alive, he did everything, from lawn maintenance to the pest control to the pool upkeep, and he managed all those with his contacts. In addition to that, she was overwhelmed with a lot of the leftover issues from his illness to handle, and she just missed that, taking action on those citations when they came. But I understand now later in 2019, one of the violations was settled, another one was still outstanding, but now both are compliant. Since 2021, I've moved back here, and so I'm helping with the management of the property and making sure everything stays compliant. Prior to that, that usually had never been their history. They lived in that community for almost over 30 years.
Okay. What does the village say?
Sorry, sir. We're not opposing reduction in this one. Our number in this case, just given the village's costs, actually exceeds the fine amount.
All right, I'll reduce the $1,200 to $500 because they have costs that are associated with releasing the liens.
Okay.
So you can pay that within 60 days.
Can you pay that within 60 days?
If I could,
Yeah, that's
that
fine.
would be extremely helpful.
Let me give you a date, Special Magistrate. That would be May 11.
By 5/11.
Mine, oh yeah. I was saying, but they were talking, and so I misunderstood. You said that the fine for the village exceeded whatever the
cost, yeah.
the
We
cost.
typically give a recommendation to the
Yeah, that's what I was
magistrate,
gonna
but
ask.
in this case, because the fine amount is not a horribly high number, the costs actually exceed, so I didn't give him the number.
Okay, that's what I wanted to understand.
Okay.
All right. And 500 is That's the final answer on that one, right?
Yeah, that's basically, they gotta have to pay their attorneys and they have to pay the clerk for recording and other things, so that's
Okay, then.
basically not making them eat more money.
Thank you very much.
Get an order in
All
the
right,
mail.
and then you, yeah, my next steps. Am I doing something tonight?
No.
Order
you'll get an
after this
order in the
hearing
mail.
next week.
After you get the order in the mail, you can make the payment. As
Okay.
long as you make the payment by May 10th, to be safe.
Okay,
It's the 11th, actually, then you'll be fine.
thank you very much. That should work.
Know that the fine amount, just so you know, and this applies to the next case too, if you don't make the payment by May 11th, which
It
is the
goes
date,
right
it
back up
goes
to
back, and
1,200.
you cannot come back to another mitigation hearing. So
I understand.
make sure you get it paid by then.
Okay.
I appreciate the time.
Chobe,
21-0669-11440 Okeechobee Boulevard, CS Property Holdings LLC.
all right, what is your name, sir?
First name is Sandeep, last name is Pandare.
You're spelling that.
Sandeep and Pandhare.
And what's your relation to the LLC, sir?
I'm the owner.
You're the owner, great, thank you.
You're a managing member.
Great,
That's what
works, that's great, thank you.
that's what the LLC world says. You are not a president, you are a managing member.
And Special Magistrate, the fine amount in this one is $30,625.
All right, and the same question I ask everyone is, why should the fine be reduced?
Oh, and so I'm sorry, can we get the evidence in the record? I'm sorry.
Give us 1 minute.
I'd like to submit the following documents and evidence. Exhibit 1 is the fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2 is the order assessing fine. Exhibit 3 is verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4 is the affidavit of compliance.
Okay. All right, and now we get to the question, why should the fine be reduced?
First, we're extremely sorry we missed the letter in 2021. We had a little bit of a property management issue at that time. When we got the reminder in 2025, we spoke with Andrew, we hired a new landscaper, and we got everything resolved. We would like to get some help on the fine.
Okay, do you have a proposed amount you would like?
Would 2,500 work?
We'll see what the village says, and then I get to make up my mind. So what does the village say?
We're not opposed to reduction in this case. We'd be willing to reduce the fine to $7,011.26 payable by 5/11.
Here's where I play Solomon and split the baby, $5,000 by 5/11. It's much better than $30,625. It's $2,000 less than they want, a couple $1,000 more than you want. It's like everyone's going to be unhappy. I've done my job.
$1,000 if you can.
This is not a negotiation. You want enough.
All right.
Ask. Gotta ask. You'll get an order in the mail.
30 days?
No, you're gonna get till May 11th. Same as the last lady, so you get 90 days.
We'll get the order.
Order in the mail, you can't pay it before you get an order. Once you get an order, trot it down here with your check. Okay?
No problem. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. We have a gentleman who's been waiting, who's off,
Which
and
one
now
is
he's
he?
on. Back, further back, more back.
All right, we're going Special Magistrate to page 4 of the agenda. This is a violation hearing. Second case down, 25-1158-9990 Belvedere Road, Walmart Stores East LP.
Code sections 2349A6, 2661G, 2667, shipping containers and designated parking spots. I observed this violation on 12/31/25, sent out notice of violation, notice of hearing on 1/2. a notice of violation on 1/2/26 and notice of hearing on 1/12/26. Posted it to the property as well as got the green card. Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. And Exhibit 5 is an affidavit of compliance.
Okay.
Your name, sir?
Good evening, Attorney Kendrick Meek Jr. on behalf of the property owner.
Spell your last name, sir.
Meek, M-E-E-K.
Pretty Meek-esque.
You're a junior, but thought your last name was all of that together. These are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into the record. Exhibit 1 is the affidavit of service for the notice of violation and notice of hearing. Signed certified mail for those notices that came back. The notice of violation itself. And then notice of hearing for tonight's hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership showing who owns the property. Exhibit 3, dated photographs of the violation. Exhibit 4, is permit information.
And that's for the shipping containers, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a second copy actually of the same thing, so I'll take one out and just put one in there. And then the one you actually want is Exhibit 5, the affidavit of compliance.
Perfect.
Any objection to these documents being entered?
No objection.
Thank you.
I think you need to talk to your client. Now, you might get a little bit more work out of this. You may want to try to modify the site plan to have a shipping area for the containers to be placed so they could be done legally. I don't know if you can do that or not, but that sounds like
supposed to be part of
a
it?
good suggestion
Oh, okay,
for
let me get it in
the Bentonville crowd.
My firm recently to address this and other issues, and we're working on them diligently.
Good. No, it sounds like something that needs to be done. I mean, my wife is at that site at least once every 2 weeks to go shopping. I know it very well. You have excess parking, especially around the southern side of the property and the western side of the property. The more fun people like parking to the north. So you probably have some room to designate it if you can. It would make your life better.
I was mistaken. This is page 2 of the permit printout. There were so many that it couldn't print all on one page, and I guess it prints a little bit weird. So any objection to this?
No problem, no objection.
That comes back to, not a problem. It's admitted without objection. Everyone's fine. He's in compliance. It's a finding of fact right now. I'm just saying that you may just want to throw out that to your client so when they have the next question, you can go, but I tried to get you to do that.
Right.
I mean, that's just good CYA lawyering.
Containers aren't allowed, though. So,
Okay.
I mean, if they wanted to build some type of structure or something, then maybe they could do that. This was for a construction project that you had, which you would have been able to have them had you gone in and gotten the permitting for them. They are allowed in conjunction with the building permit, but that's the only time shipping containers are allowed.
It was my understanding that at least 2 containers were permitted and that we had maybe 5 on the property, but if it's the case that...
We aren't concerned right now because you're in compliance, so we try not to make anything uncompliant.
I won't create new
when
issues.
When you're good, but yeah, okay, so these are like construction containers more than shipping containers, because most of Wally's stuff is usually on a WB 4050 semi-tractor trailer. So, okay, good. Now I know more about it. Okay.
A finding of service that I might not have heard.
Probably not. You have service via posting.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you've done your job. You've done it well. Have a good evening. All right, so does anyone need a break? I'm good. We can just romp through. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Assessment hearings, 25-0753 is being pulled. 25-0844, 219 Sandpiper Avenue, Cynthia Joarbe.
Like to enter those, pardon?
Come on.
I gave it to him already. Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Well, at least they're a Ford family. I like that. All right, what do you want on these?
In your prior order required compliance by 2/6. It remains out of compliance, so we're asking for a fine of $125 a day and continuing.
125 plus continuing is granted. Service via signed green card.
Thank you. 25-0897, 225 Sandpiper Avenue, Ryan Romero.
Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. There it is.
Okay, did they remove the stuff from at least the front area?
Still up there by the door.
Okay, so they just don't like putting them somewhere else. What's the amount on this one?
This one, your prior order required compliance by 129. It's been out of compliance for 13 days, so 325 and continuing.
Continuing is granted.
Thank you.
And service.
Service via posting.
-0931, 947 Hibiscus Drive, Jose and Stephanie C. and Samantha D. Rodriguez and Ada M. Barrios.
Like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
As my wife said, there are yard people and they're not yard people. You have service via posting. What would you like?
This one, your prior order required compliance by 129. It remains in violation, so we're asking for a fine of 325 and continuing for those 13 days.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
25-1026, 109 Starling Avenue, Celamine Florisil and Sandra Alon.
Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
Okay. Almost looks like I have a river outside. You took a nice rainy day shot. All right. They were served via posting. What would you like?
Required compliance by 129. It's been out of compliance for 13 days, so a fine of 325 and continuing.
Pick up a stamp. Granted.
25-1040 is being pulled. 25-1043, 104 Sunflower Circle, Selena and Christopher Roloff.
Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
All right, what's our problem here? We have
Well, they still have the
old sidewalk planning. We have
Buck driveway.
We have a multitude. You have a signed green card for service. What would you like?
Prior order required compliance by 2/6. It's been out of compliance for 5 days, so a fine of 125 and continuing.
All right, 125 plus continuing is granted.
1123, 10229 Okeechobee Boulevard, C2, Cobblestone Village at Royal Palm Beach.
Like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
All right, do we have a fine or is it,
Yes, there's a fine.
and it's a not continuing fine of how much?
$100. Your prior order required compliance by 129. It complied 2/3, so 4-day fine, $100 and not continuing.
100, no continuing is granted. Service via signed green card.
Thank you.
Repeat violation hearings, 25-1145, 155 South State Road 7, 309, 315 11th Street, LLC.
Code Section 2349A6, a clothing box in required parking area. I observed this violation on 12/18/25, sent out notice violation, notice of hearing on 12/19/25. Excuse me. It was signed for on 12/29/25. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of repeat violation, notice of hearing, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Yeah, I could have parked there in my Jeep, but it's really short. All right, so you have a violation, you have a cure, how many days?
As a repeat, it was out of compliance for 43 days. We're asking for a $50 a day fine, so that's $21.50 and not continuing.
150, no continuing is granted.
Thank you.
And a finding of service.
Service via signed green card. 2,150.
Violation hearings, 25-1129, 1097 Grandview Circle, Cecilia C. Dazel Vieira.
Code Section 6-190A5, stained sidewalk. I observed the violation on 12/4/25. The notice of violation, notice of hearing is sent certified mail on 12/4/25 and posted. I'd like to submit the following documents into evidence. The notice of violation, notice of hearing with the affidavit of service is Exhibit 1. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership. Exhibit 3 are the pictures. And Exhibit 4 is an affidavit of compliance.
I think it's Brazilian, Da Silveira.
Oh, is that one name? Sorry.
It's a Brazilian. 'cause that's
I
very-
mispronounced.
I'm just trying to get, Andrew has so many paper clips that they've all sort of merged into each other. I'm trying to figure out how to get them back together. You have service via posting. All right, I see your pictures here. What would you like?
Finding of fact.
Finding of fact is granted.
25-1135, 760 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, Jose Alberto Torres Sr. and Josefina Torres.
Code Section 26-57 and 622-108.4, shed without a permit. I observed the violation on 12/12/25. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was sent certified mail on 12/12/25 and posted. I'd like to submit the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1 is the notice of violation, notice of hearing with an affidavit of service. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership. Exhibit 3 are the pictures. And Exhibit 4 is the AS400 permit information showing they don't have a permit.
This is a shed without a
Yep,
permit?
it's a shed right there being on the side of the structure.
Okay. I see it, I see it. Okay, so behind the fence. No permit. You have service via posting. What would you like?
Compliance by 326 or appearance at the 4/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
25-1139, 2940 Fontana Place, Mark S. Hirsch and Sherry R. Freimer.
Code Section 15-141, dead pine tree branches. Observed the violation on 12/16/25. The notice of violation, notice of hearing was sent certified mail on 12/16/25 and returned. I'd like to submit the following documents to evidence. Exhibit 1 is the notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2 is verification of ownership. Exhibit 3 are the pictures, and Exhibit 4 is the affidavit of compliance.
All right, signed green card equals service, finding of fact.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
25-1124, 460 Business Parkway, Live Oak Offices LLC.
Don't have a file. I
He's
am
coming.
almost going to have a file. I do have a file.
Code Section 2349A, 14225 Concrete Drive, aisle is in disrepair. I observed the violation on 12/1/25, sent out notice of violation, notice of hearing on 12/4/25. I got the green card signed, not dated, on 12/18/25. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4 is 400 permit information.
All right, you have a signed green card for service. Looks like something big ran over that. So,
A mess.
and then they get to deal with it. So,
We're asking for compliance by 326 or appearance at the 4/8 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Thank you.
25-1141, 210 Cordova Circle, Christopher Leosis.
Code Sections 9(8) and 12(4)C, hedge exceeds allowable height of 4 feet and garbage can in public view. I observed the violation on 12/16/25, sent out notice of violation, notice of hearing on 12/17/25, listed it to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
all right, so just leave the trash can out because the hedge is definitely there.
They did put the garbage can away, so the 12/4C garbage can is a finding of fact.
Okay, hold on one second. 12/4C.
Yeah, they're way
Garbage can, finding of fact.
in there somewhere.
The hedge blob in front of the house is.
I think it's way
beige.
before that.
All right, what would you like on the hedge blob?
It's all a
326,
finding of
4/8?
fact, right?
The
No.
hedge. They need
Oh, I
to
have
comply with the
not
hedge.
that. So what time do you want on that?
Right here. The 326/4/8/25.
4/8/25.
So garbage can's a finding of fact?
Correct.
Okay,
Pull in the Venn diagram, and you have service via posting.
thank you.
All right, we're all good. Next, 123 Southern. or-
25-1157, 123 South State Road 7, Real Sub LLC.
Where's that one now? Code Section 1254, trash and debris behind stores along the sidewalk. I observed the violation on 12/31/25, sent out notice of violation, notice of hearing on 1/2/26, and it was signed for on 1/5/26. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance. Thank you.
Okay, you have service via signed green card, finding of fact?
Fact.
Granted.
No, just the garbage can.
0575 is being pulled, 25-0885 is being pulled.
I don't have any files, so I think I'm done.
Yes, sir.
You can have them back. Please let the record reflect that I signed the minutes of the January hearing. Anything else to be brought before the magistrate?
No, sir, thank you.
This one be tad faster, but 7:20 is a good time.